So this Dell PowerEdge R720 XD has been sitting around basically untouched for a couple of years. This is the same unit that I tested a GPU in a previous video to see if it was possible to use just under normal circumstances. However, I have these 8 SAS hard drives. Here they are. These are Seagate drives, and the issue with this is that when I put all of these drives in, the fans just ramp up extremely loud. However, when there are only a couple of drives in, the server is actually quite usable. So in this video, we are going to sort of resurrect, if you will, this unit, and we are going to use just 3 hard drives. I have 2 3-terabyte SAS drives in here, and then a single 2-terabyte SAS drive. And in fact, I plan to experiment with these hard drives in a future video. I ordered actually an HP Z420 workstation, and I'm going to attempt to use these SAS drives in there with a controller, so stay tuned for that video. I'm just waiting for all of the equipment to arrive. So, this server really hasn't been booted up in quite some time. However, we are just going to do that right now. And I've got a keyboard and mouse plugged in here, and it looks like the server is not detecting any RAM, even though there is RAM in the server. So I'm not really sure why. I might have put them in the wrong slots. I actually have no idea. So let's power this system down, and I'm going to attempt to put these in the correct DIMM slots, I guess. Alright, so I might as well just show you exactly what was wrong, and it took me quite a while actually to figure this out. So basically, the RAM has to be installed in the correct channels, and the reason why it wasn't working was because I had installed them in the incorrect channels. So basically how this works is this side addresses processor 2, and this side addresses processor 1. So what I did was installed 2 DIMMs here. So this is A1 and A2. I had to look this up because I didn't know that. And then this is B1 and B2. So this, if we power this on, it should work. So let me just put the top panel back on and plug back in the monitor. Alright, here's the moment of truth. Let's power this up and see if it detects the memory. We have not seen a memory error yet, so I would assume that it has. Yeah, this looks like it's working very well here. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is enter the RAID menu, because I want to see what our RAID configuration is. So let's do that. And here it is. So we've got, it looks like this is that there, and this is a RAID 0 array, so that's, I think, how I want it. Alright, so I think this is fine, because here's that 2-terabyte SAS drive, and then here is the 2 3-terabytes in RAID 0, so that is great. And let's go ahead and exit out of this tool and continue the boot process. Alright, so we are in the boot menu. Let's, I think TrueNAS is able to boot via BIOS. Yeah, here we go. So let's go ahead and continue this. I will just actually finish this installation off camera, and then we can see what happens after this. And hopefully the fans ramp down. They're kind of loud. So, the installation completed successfully. However, the fans were still at their high RPM. And it's just, I think, an issue with this server. And I think we sort of discovered that in the video that I did before about this, which is actually quite old at this point. I released it in early 2023. But nevertheless, I think that's just sort of an issue with this server. I didn't know at the time when I bought it that it would have this problem. So I don't really know what I'm going to end up doing with this. I've obviously got these drives. Here they are. Here are these Seagate SAS drives. This one's still in its caddy. But I bought an HP Z420 workstation a couple of days ago, and I'm just waiting for it to ship. It'll probably be here next week, along with the controller and the breakout cable. And so that's going to be a really interesting video to see if I can get these drives to work in that computer. And even if it doesn't work, I'll still make a video about it, because I think it's really interesting, at least to try it. Obviously, it's going to really suck if it doesn't, but stay tuned for that, because that's going to be really interesting, I think. So this server is functional, but the fan RPM is just a little bit of a deal breaker. I might get quieter fans at some point, but it's just one of those things that I just don't know if it's worth doing. So I will keep thinking about it and doing that. And just a fun fact about this video before I wrap up, I was able to film this entire thing in the time it took for my 2011 15-inch MacBook Pro to install Sonoma, and I think it's actually still going. So that's just sort of a funny thing there. These two videos are being recorded the same night. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned for more content. So please like and subscribe and comment if you wish, and I will see you in the next video.